Okay, welcome for another session of Daily Lead Code Practice. And we'll have three questions today, which is easy, medium, hard. And let's start with our first question. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen? Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, no.
Yeah, okay. So the first question is we have given the number which consists only 6 and 9, and we need to return the maximum number by changing at most one digit, either 6 to 9 or 9 to 6. So for example, this is 9669, and what number like we should change to get the maximum number like these, and constraint is we need to change only one digit, and the size of the numbers is from 1 to 10 raised to power 4, which is like 10,000. Yeah, and the numbers contain 6 and 9. So for example, this 9669, so if we first change the digit 9, this digit to 6, it will be 6 6. Yeah, so if we change this 9 to 6, it will be 669, which is small. Then if we change this 6, it will be 9969. And if we change the third position 6, it will be 9699. And similarly, if we change this 9 to 6, it will be 966. And which one is the biggest is 9969. So this is an answer. And if you are not able to change, like this 999 is the biggest one, just need to return that number. So any thoughts? I think this is a good question and an easy question. There are a lot of versions of this question. Let's discuss first this and then we see what. Any approach comes in your mind? Anyone?
I believe the goal here is to find the leftmost 6 and then change it to 9.
So the goal is to give the maximum number. Yeah. So, and the maximum number, how maximum number would give, we should convert, we should check, because 9 is bigger than 6. And yeah, so we need to convert any 6 which comes first, like from the leftmost. Whenever we see a 6, you should convert to 9. Is it like that?
Yep. So I was just trying to like rephrase it. So based on the requirements, whatever is the 6 on the leftmost, okay.
Yeah.
Switch that to the 9.
Yeah. So so everybody is following this approach. So I should write it down. So for example, we have 9 6 6 9. So we need to see which number we should change so that it will become a max number. So if we say change anything from the starting, it will become the max number. And whenever any 6 would come from starting from the left, that would be our answer. And we need to convert to 6 to 9, like this. And yeah, that's it, I suppose. Nothing much to do. And the complexity will be either, in the worst case, we need to travel every digit, like For example, if there is no, we at most we have to traverse every digit to check whether we can convert 6 to 9, or if there is a 9 6 ahead, 6 is there or not. So in the worst case, it would be order of n.
So what should be the approach first? Like how we can traverse the digits in a number?
So what do you guys think? Like, if I want to say I want to convert it into a string form.
Fair enough. Like that's a one approach. But if you
Yeah.
don't want to convert it to the string, anyone has any other approach?
Yeah, anyone?
We can do mod, go from, right to left. Get mod digit by digit, right? And keep track of the okay, so let's say we mod from right to left. We mod it to 10, then first we get 9, then we skip it, and then next we get 6, and then we convert it to 9, and that would be our best solution so far, right? And then we keep moving left again, and then we see 6 again, and now we can convert it to 9, and we keep this as our best solution, and we keep doing that until we we get 0.
Just a question. Is there a way we can directly get the number at, suppose, second position from left?
But how we are knowing that we need to go to the second position?
I'm just saying, just a food for thought. If we know how to get second position element from left, we can always use that same logic to get first element from left. Right?
And we use mathlog to find how many digits in the number. Then we can travel from left to right.
What I did, I extracted all the digits, put on the stack, and then reconstruct the number again.
So, so for a stack, you did you started from the rightmost.
Yes.
And like put it into a 9, 6, from the rightmost 9, then 6, then 6, and then 9, and then whichever, and when you pop it out with whichever value you got from earlier 6, you convert it.
Convert it to 9 and then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but we want to go from left to right.
Yes.
Suppose. How would we do that?
So what will happen? Hey Sonia, like if you want to write it down, just for clarification. Okay, let's say we first mod this number by 10. We get a 9.
9.
Okay, and then divide the number by 10. We get 9, 6, 6.
6, 6.
Okay, then again we repeat the same. We get another 6.
Yes, we get 6.
Yes, so the stack contains 9 and then 6.
Yeah, stack will contain 9 and 6, correct.
Okay, from in that order. Okay, and then again we will get 6, and again we get 9.
Because now our sum is 9, 6, and now
just put all the numbers in the stack. Okay, if we are putting all the numbers in the stack, it should be the rightmost number first, then 6, and then 6, and then the leftmost number 9. So that should be our stack. Just repeating this process.
Yeah, so it would be like this.
Yeah, and just like they change this number, maybe have a 9 in the start. like just like change this number for clarification. Have it 9 in the start. So instead of 9669, take 99669.
99669.
26 and then 19. Yeah, just
Yes.
like cause that was palindrome, so
Yeah.
stack was like not very clear. Okay, so in this we get 966 and then on top 9
on top 9 and 9.
then another 9. Okay, now if we traverse pop from this stack, we are again getting the numbers from the rightmost. Okay, which doesn't
Yes.
solve our problem because we need to start from the leftmost. So instead of stack, what if we just put all those numbers in an array?
But we are getting from the leftmost. We need to convert from the leftmost only. If we are popping it out 9, 9, whatever the number we have popped, like earlier 6 we converted it to 9, and then that's it. We know we don't need to.
Sorry about that. Yeah, like I just like misunderstood it.
Yeah, that is still go from left to right. So like I mentioned, we can use math log to find the number of digit for the given number. Then, given the number of digit, we can mod with 9,000, or then we keep doing that until we find the first 6. So that way we can travel from left to right.
I'm not sure actually. Math.
So for example, you use a math for this number, right? You use the math log and you find that, okay, this number have 5 digits.
So math.log, you are saying something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it returns us the number of digits.
Number of digits.
Yeah. So in this case, it returns us 5.
Oh, which is 5. Okay. Yes. So it will be after 5, what we should do?
Then I think it, let mod it by 9,000, by what, 90,000.
This number?
Yeah. If we
So,
mod it by
actually,
90,000, right? and
What
we get-
does log of when you do a log, what does it tell you?
So math.log.
Yeah. So if you convert it into a normal mathematical equation, what does it tell you? So 2 raised to power x. Let's say we have a log of base 2.
Yes.
So it says y is equal to 2 raised to power x. And if you do a log on both sides, log of y equal to log of y with the base 2 is equal to x, right?
Yes.
Now, if you take log to the base 10 on both sides, it essentially tells you what is the nearest 10 raised to power, which first reach to that number. So if you do this math.log to the base 10 of this number, it will give you a number which is essentially giving you what is the nearest 10 raised to power.
Okay.
Right? Now, in this case, what will happen is it will give you 10 raised to somewhere between 10 raised to between 4 and 5 value. So you can take a floor of that, because 10 raised to 5 will be a number with 5 zeros, and 10 raised to 4 will be a number with 4 zeros.
Okay.
So what you can do is take the floor of that log, and it will tell you after the first digit how many zeros will be there. Right. So in this case, if we take the floor, it will be the math.log of this number will be floor of that will be 4, not the 5. It helps us to reach the number of digits. That's correct. But in this case, we don't require number of digits. We require number of digits after the last one.
Yes.
Right. Now, can you do a 10 raised to power 4?
Okay, 10, which is raised to power 4.
And just write that value.
10 raised to power 4 is, which is 10.
1 followed by 4 zeros.
Yeah.
Right. And now if you do a division of this number, division of the original number with this number, what will you get?
Which is 99669. 9669 will get 9969. Remainder if we want.
I'm just
The
talking about the
remainder
integer
would be
division.
9.
Not the remainder. I'm talking about the quotient, integer division. Remainder is a
Oh, okay, yeah.
modular operation.
Yeah, that would be 9, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
9.
your division will give you the index, which is 9. You know, what is the value of the number at that position that you're looking for. And the modulo operator will give you what is the remaining after that.
Yes.
Right? Now you have 9, which is giving you the current value. And then you do modular division, it will give you 9669, which is the remaining value. Now you have that sequence created for you, how you can iterate from left to right. Now the only question remains is how do you want to reconstruct that sequence while moving from left to right? And the logic will remain same. I will give you 2 minutes to just think about that. The way we are dividing that sequence, we can reconstruct that sequence also. Like for example, we have 99669. So initially when we do 2 steps, we'll somehow be able to traverse through 99 and then we'll reach 6. Know that there's something called 99 before and there's something 69 after.
That sounds like a reasonable approach. Anyone has any questions on this approach?
No.
So we got like
Okay. Yeah. So
multiple ways.
so if I just have a curious question, it was asked in a lot of times. So if we have like you have a 4-digit number and it is in the range of 1 to 9, so what would be the maximum number? So any kind of this approach would work in that problem. Like you have a numbers 1 to 9 and it's a 4-digit numbers you need to make and you need to make the max number out of it.
I did not get it. You need.
Give an example.
So for example, I'm not sure it's that only. Yeah, 1 to 9 you have, and like 4-digit or 5-digit. I'm not sure. 4-digit number you need to make, and you need to make the max number.
That will be 9999.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking, but it's kind of some kind of related questions, but I need to think about it.
I think if I understand it correctly, so you have to use the digit given in that number. So in that case, you have to
Yes.
set the digit and
Yeah.
just sort the digit in descending order and then construct the number.
Correct.
So like if we have 2, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So extract these digit
Okay.
and then sort them. So those will be, yeah. So if you have, when you will sort it, so after sorting in your array, you will have number 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then construct the number from there. So your number, reverse, sort in reverse order. So your digit will be 6, 5, 4, 2, and then construct the number. So your number should be 6, 5, 4, 2.
Okay, so it will be like 6, 5, 4, 2, which is a max number, you're saying.
Yep.
That's an n log n, I would say.
In terms of complexity.
You can do it in O of n as well. Just maintain the count of each number. Like,
Counting sort.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that would work. Okay, we should move on to the next question. Thank you so much. Anyone has any doubt on the question or any approach? Okay. Let's go further. Okay. So can you see the second question?
Yes.
Okay, so it's this is a corporate flight booking. So what it is saying, we'll be providing the flight numbers, which is from 1 to n, and we'll be giving the bookings, which is IJK. And what is IJK? It's from flight I to J, and the number of seats in that flight from I to J, which is have been booked, which is called K. And K, like K seats from flights labeled I to J, and they are inclusive, they are saying. So return an answer of length n, which is this, representing the number of seats booked on each flight in order of the label. For example, if we have something, let's take an example of here. Yeah. So total we have given n5. So it's like we have to give answer in as an array or some as an array only. Yeah. Till the 5 flights, how many seats they have taken. For example, from 1 to 2, we have 10. So yeah, so here is 10. Let me make more space. And then from 1 to 2 is also 10, and 2 is also containing 10. So we have to write over 10 as well. Then 2 to 3 is 20. So we need to count more. We need to add 20 more in the second one, which is 20. And 3 is having also 20. So we'll write 20 over here. Then here it is 2 to 5. So 2 to 5 in sense, whatever the values flights in this range, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, would also cover 25. Here we'll add 25 over here as well, which is something like. So here it's 25, and 4 would also cover 25, and 3 would also cover 20 plus 25, and 5 will be also having 25. And the answer is 10, 15, 45, 25, 25. So if we total them down, it will be 10, 55, 45, 25, and 25. So we need to return this.
Yeah, so you already explained one approach.
I'm not. It's like the mathematically. I'm not sure it is doing like this, but it's something is happening like here. That what I understood this question.
Yes.
So that's
So I hope like the question is clear to everyone.
yeah. Anyone has any doubt, and they are saying you need to go. The length of these arrays would be like 20,000, and yeah, so it's 20,000. Need to think about more. Like whatever what first thing comes in your mind while thinking about this question, the brute force approach, I would say.
It looks like the the overlapping interval, type of problem. So let's, for simplicity right now, let's say we have only an array of 2 elements.
Mm-hmm.
And then what would we do?
Array of 2 elements, like a bookings here.
Yeah. Like we have right there, but one element is like, let's say suppose the first one we have 1, 2, and 10, and the second one we have 2 and 1 million, right? For example, yeah.
2,
not 2, sorry, 20,000.
So okay, so like this. 1 to
no, the second element, replace 3 by 20,000. Delete 3, yeah.
Okay, and something is 20. Okay, let me check if we can go. It's 20,000. Yeah, we can go till 20,000. It's written. So, what would be the complexity? It's very high, I suppose. Then.
Yeah, in this case, we need to create like a result array would be probably like 20,000, right? And then we still need to go there one by one and put it in.
Yeah, that would be very heavy iteration.
So anyway, like we have to create the array of size n.
Yes,
So if
yes.
it's 20,000, we have to create it because we have to return the result. Okay, so let's not worry about that. I believe you already explained like one approach. In this approach, what essentially you are saying, look for each element, find the range. Okay, like in this example, let's say 1 to 10. So range is 1 to 2. Iterate over that range, and in the result array, add the third element, like a 10 for that range. Okay, there can be overlapping range. So that's one solution. Okay, it's a brute force. If you put that on lead code, it will be accepted. Okay.
No, it goes to TLE actually.
First, I think first we have to sort the array. I'm not sure if the array have been sorted.
Like why we need to sort the array?
Why do we need sorting?
Do we? Because otherwise, let's say if you don't sort the array, let's say suppose you don't sort array, and then you have to walk through each element in the array to see, if to find any overlapping for the current time.
It's like not the time, like it's a range. So if the first element is 1, like in the third example, 2, 5, 25. Okay, we have 2 and 5. So for all the flights labeled 2, 3, 4, and 5, we need to add 25.
No, let's say that we have, let's suppose we have 20,000 elements, right?
Okay.
And the first element is 1, 2, 10. And the last element is 1, 2, 10, 2. Right?
Okay.
So to find at, interval array at index 1, you have to traverse the whole array to accumulate that time, right? Because the first element is 1, 2, 10, and the last element is also 1, 2, 10. So the result for 1 would be 20.
Yep.
So yeah, in the worst case, it would be like very heavy iterations or and scare, I would say, because we, for example, if we have something like 1 and 200, 1 and over 200, here 2 to 200. So first of all, we need to give 10 to all the numbers between 1 to 200. And then we need to give 20 to all the numbers from 2 to 200.
Yes, that's the issue. Like, so how?
Yeah, that's the constraint. Yeah.
Anyone has any better solution than this?
Sorry?
So based on yesterday's problem, the last one, K-flip, there was something similar which we needed in that also, like to maintain the intervals, right?
Preventing, yeah.
Yesterday's problem for K-flip, there was this idea where we had to maintain all the elements affected by this flip, right?
Yes.
Numbers in that. So similar idea, if we can use here, like we know that from element 1 to element 200, all of the elements will be affected by this number 10. So instead of trying to replicate everything on any number, can we just, say all elements after 10 are affected by this, and any element after 200 is not affected by this? somehow if we can mark it.
I'm not sure about that. So if how we should map it.
Do you want to like
In the end,
share your screen, Puneet?
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Sonia, can you stop?
Yeah.
So let me take a small example. We have 1, 2, 3 with number 10. Okay. And the other suppose batches 2 to 5. And we have 20. Right. Let me just create this array, which is having all the elements. Suppose there are 6 labels in here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 labels, right? Now I know from first to third, all the elements, like from the first to third, all the elements will be affected by 10, right? So there will be 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. But instead of replicating everything inside, everyone, so what I can do is, I can just say there's a number 10, which will start affecting all the elements after this, right? So if I use this logic, and because Sonia said we have to sum those values, right? So I can say that everything which is after this will have value 10 if I do a cumulative sum, right? But I need to stop this propagation after the third element. So what can I do with this third or after third element to stop the propagation from forward?
Got it. Yes.
You can
Yes.
put minus 10 there.
Minus 10. Yeah.
Right. So anything after this, it will have zeros populated, right? So there is no effect of this current interval on any element after this one, right? Same case, let's go with 2 to 5. So what I'll do is add 20 at this place, right? And the fifth element, in this case, this is suppose the fifth element, right? This is the fifth element. I'll say till 50, fifth element, 20 will affect it, but anything after that will not affect it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now let's see what the cumulative sum is. So we have 10 here, then 30, 30, right?
30 or 40 it would be, because 10 is already there and it's coming.
10 is there, right?
Yeah.
This is 40, correct. I'm sorry. This is 40.
No, like it should not be 40 because they maybe like once
Right,
iterating to the
It should
element.
be.
Yeah,
let me
clear that.
create this confusion. There's no, yeah.
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 Now this is correct.
Yeah.
I have 30, then I have 30 here. And this one will also get into 10 and then will be 0, will be 30. 30 and 10. Right? I think it was something I'm doing wrong somewhere.
And we need to return till 1 to 5. So 10 to 30. 1 second.
So you put like 10 at the first place and minus 10 at the so you added like one extra up. So
right, that's good. That's why I said I got confused. So here you have 20 only.
20.
And then 0. Right, so if you see, this is your final array. You have 1 to 10. 1 to 2 will actually be overlapping. So you have
So it would be from 0 to 4 because we need to give it for 5 elements. The last one will not count.
no, it will be in the result, but it will be 0 because we have 6 elements.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
change
we
that.
have 6. Okay.
That's what I said. We have 6.
Okay, 6. Makes sense. Yeah, that sounds a reasonable approach, and that would be like order of n, whatever the n number of elements are there, like flights number. Yeah. Anyone has any doubt on this approach? Thank you so much, Puneet. Anyone wants more clarification? for this approach? Okay. I think we all good. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Puneet. Maybe we can move to the next problem.
Yeah. Like if anything, any other approach in this, like, or this will work. This is the only approach is there. I don't think so.
So we talked about like two approaches.
Yeah, yeah,
One is kind of n square approach.
yeah.
The first one that you explained, this is order of n approach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and anyway, like we have to traverse the whole array,
Yes.
like given the number of labels, so it should be order of n. There might be another approach, but it should, the complexity, I don't think like it can go below order of n.
Order of n. Got. Yes. And we are not taking extra memory, or we are. Yeah, we need to take extra memory because we need to put the result. So yeah.
Like, yeah, result doesn't count like usually in the extra memory.
Yeah.
Because anyway, like you have to like return that.
Yes. Yes. Got it. Okay. Thank you. And we'll move on for the last question. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is a hard problem and we need to give the number of atoms. So let's start with the example only because explanation is too long. So for example, we have given this chemical formula and what we need to do, we need to give how many atoms has how many atoms occur how many times. For example, here O count is 2, H counts 2, and this Mg counts 1. So, and if anything comes once, we'll not consider that. And what we need to return, and this brackets also occur in our string or in what input. And so we need to return in a sorted way on the basis of the elements. So for example, H2, O, Mg, yeah, Mg, and then O2. So that's an answer. And because this is in H is in a lexicographically order, which is H is smaller, and then Mg, whatever, it's always make the elements which we have given, which will be given, it the first character is always uppercase. So if there is another like O and H comes after that, then it means that they are two different elements. Like we know that this is oxygen, hydrogen, and this is one element because next character is a lowercase. And this is another very interesting chemical formula. So here also we have something like this. K occurs 4 times, N occurs 2 times, O14, S14. How O14? Like 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, and O is already there. O will be 2 when we open the bracket. 2 plus 12 is 14. And S is also like here it's 2 and then 2 outside, which is 4. Similarly, N is also 2. And we need to return these in a lexicographically order, which would be like K 4 times, N 2 times, O 14, and then S 4. I think if when we are able to reach this kind of thing, then it is easy to return. Any thoughts? Anyone doesn't understand this question? Okay. So any approach? Any thoughts? I think yeah.
I believe like one of the approach can be you start traversing from left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tokenize this string into atoms. let's say the first one is just K. If we get K, store 4, like, and then find the next number. So given the problem, let's say it says if the count is more than 1, then there will be number. If count is not more than 1,
Yes, then just an element.
Okay, so if next letter, okay, after K, it can be a number, correct?
Yes, it can be a number or it can be a.
So what are the different states? It can be a number. Okay, so we have to figure out like the next number after K.
Digit.
Yeah, if it is a digit, and digit can be 2 digits or like 3 digits. Okay, so we have to figure out. Okay.
Open bracket. So these are the 4 cases which are there. I think.
What do you mean by element?
Element is this K's element.
No, so there can be a uppercase letter and there can be like a lowercase letter.
Uppercase letter in the sense, for example, this is the first any element. This is an element, and the element of first character is always the uppercase. For example, there is if there is a smaller case, so this means like this is one total element.
Like element symbol may be a single digit or multi-digit.
Multiple digit. Yeah.
I think we know that in a chemical, in our table also we have till 2. I don't think so. We have till 3. Then
like, we don't have till 3. Like, but while parsing the tokenizing the string, we have to figure it out. So so either we are going to get a upper digit, like a uppercase letter, or we are going to get a lowercase letter. So
yes.
So based on that, if we start with the uppercase letter and let's say next letter is lowercase, then it's the part of same atom. Okay, and if we start with the uppercase, the next one is also uppercase. That means that now we are onto the next atom. So instead of element, it can be a uppercase letter or it can be like a lowercase letter.
Yes, and these are the 4 approaches, like 4 things which we can have while parsing the string, like open bracket, digit, element, close bracket. And so the other thing is we need to give the multiples, like 3 to 6. We need to make count, like how many times they occur.
Here I'm thinking to use a stack. Use a stack for that. So as soon as we encounter the opening parenthesis, so we put we had to go all the way and extract the digit from the end and put that digit on the stack.
Yes, like you were right. So like let's say like we start with a map where we are putting everything.
Map or a stack?
Like you have to start with a map because you have to put the elements and its counts in a map.
Okay, so while we are iterating this string, we'll create a map, which is for example, if we have K, it would
4.
be 4.
Yeah. So instead of a stack, like just convert it to map.
Map. Yeah, sure.
It's a map. It's not a stack. Okay, and then so that's our current state of the map, and then we encountered a open bracket. Okay.
Yeah.
That means that now we have to like recurse. We have to apply the same logic again.
So one more question. For example, if we have 4, we need to say that whenever the first digit occur, we have a pointer. What was the last element? We need to update that element.
Yeah.
Elements value.
So you have to update it. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, that's also So here O, for example, we got O, but we don't have a value. For example, let's put, if there is no value, let's put 1.
No, like now instead of like directly jumping on O, okay, you encountered a open bracket.
Yes.
Okay, so put this whole map in a stack. Okay, remove O1 from here. Okay, now you put this whole map in a stack and create a new map.
So now so this would be right now, for example, which is a stack, and
This
stack
stack, yeah, stack contains a map.
Stack contains a map.
Yeah. Okay, it's not a map. It's a map in a stack.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a map in a stack.
And then reset your map.
Reset the map. Got it.
Okay, keep repeating.
So now we have an open bracket. No, we have a open bracket. So we need to put open bracket over here.
No, like when you got the open bracket, you put the current map into the stack, and then you created a new map.
Oh, then we need to create a new map. Got it.
Yeah.
So it's O with 1.
Yep.
And then N with 1. And then we again got the open bracket. So we'll directly
put the map in the stack, like not the. Yep.
So this will be the map.
It should be outside. It should be outside. Cause that's a first map, and then now you have like stack contains 2 elements. So this is the first map, and this is the second map in your stack.
And this will be cleared down.
Yeah,
okay.
Reset it.
Yeah, and then we have done with bracket. Then we have S, which is 1. We have O, which is 3. Now we have a closing bracket.
So what will you do now?
So closing bracket, whatever the values we have over here, we need to take this value and multiply each element in a map with that number.
Right. So as soon as you find a closing bracket,
yeah,
we have to try to figure out the next number after that closing bracket, and then multiply whatever the map we have currently in hand. Okay, multiply like each.
For example, here value it will be 2, and this would be 6.
Yep.
And this is completed. Like we have completed till 2, and this is another map, and we need.
So what you will do at this point of time?
So we need to put this over here.
No. Because now if you see SO32, like if you highlight that, SO32, including the bracket. Okay. Now this is a part of previous sequence O and N.
Yes.
Okay? So at this point you pop the map from the stack and merge these 2 maps.
We need to pop this
from the stack. Let's say like you have like keep the stack, yeah, and then have another map. Just let's say temporary map or something.
Okay.
Okay, and then now this map you pop it 0, 1, the last map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You pop it from the stack. Okay. Yes, put it there. And then merge map and temp map together. Okay, so here, like when you are merging these 2 maps.
For example, merging is like whatever the elements is there, we need to update those elements. For example, over here is 6.
Yes. So in this case, only the O is common. So O will become 7.
But the thing is, 2 is outside over here. Yeah.
So it will become 7.
And
N is only once, and S will become 2. Yeah, S will become twice. Okay. And now this is your current map. So
yes.
Okay. So you can like copy this on the top where your map is. Right. And like remove this. Okay. Now where we were.
We are over the again closing bracket, because we covered this too.
Yeah. So we got the closing bracket.
We need to do the same process.
Yes. So what is the next step? Find a number
Find the number which is 2,
and then multiply each
and then
element.
multiply each element. Here it is like 14. N is actually, here it is multiplication, so n is 2 and it is 4. And
what was the next step we did previously?
yeah, we check our temporary. We need to put it in a.
No, like we have to pop the stack.
We pop this stack.
Put it in a temporary.
And then merge it down.
And merge these two maps.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that sounds a really good approach. And we'll get so now we reach this position. We can easily sort it down on the basis of their key value, and then keys on the key, and then we can return a string.
Yep. So this is like just one solution using.
Yeah, I have
suggested. We can also use recursion. Okay. Once we have a closing bracket, we just need to figure out the index to the next. Sorry, when we have a starting bracket, we have to find an index to the next closing bracket and maybe a number. Okay, so tokenize based on that, and then we can also use the recursion to return the answer and then merge them. So both approaches are valid.
I have another approach which I have done this question. I have taken 2 stacks. Like I've on the first stack, like for example, I found there are a lot of if conditions. Whenever you get an element and the next element is a digit, then you pop it down that last element and just merge it with K4 like this.
Okay.
So now you have this, and similarly adding the bracket, opening bracket until unless you get a close bracket. Similarly, like over here, 1.
So in this stack, like your first element is a string, or cause the stack is homogeneous. So what's the first element in your like? And you said you have 2 stacks. So how you?
This is the first stack. This is stack 1. Stack 2 is like how you are using the map to pop down and then making a change and then converting, then putting back to the original map. Yeah, stack. So I am just using the stack 2 for that. It is the this is my original stack.
So can you like start from beginning, like?
So for example, this is the first element. When I was iterating, okay. I got a K. I'll put a K over here.
Where? Like maybe in a temporary variable?
No, in a stack only.
Okay.
I'll put in a stack, and when I iterate, there is a condition. If I get a digit, then I'll pop down the topmost element from the stack and make it like this, because I know that particular element is having 4.
So
yeah.
you are getting a tuple.
Yeah, I'm making a tuple now.
Okay, and since you are using Python, so yeah, your stack can be heterogeneous.
Anything.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it's not a problem in Python. So yeah, so when then I am moving, if it is a opening bracket, I'm just putting in a stack O, then I'm putting O1, and then so sorry, over here also when I am putting, I'm putting like this only, like, as a tuple, and then making it to 4, multiplying that, whatever the next digit I get, and then O1, then N1, and again opening bracket just like this, S with 1, and O with 3.
Oh,
so now when I got the closing bracket, what it will do, it will pop down all those elements until or unless I pop this element, and I'll check what's if I'm sure that if I have a closing bracket, there is some digit after that, which is 2. So I'll pop down that and I'll put it in a stack, which is here. And while putting, I multiply that number with whatever the next digit was, which is 6.
And then what you do with that?
So this would be popped down. And obviously this would be popped down, which is S is 2.
And then you put it like on the top. So next element in this stack is S4.
So yeah, so there it would be S2.
S2, yes, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, S2. And until unless I get a opening bracket. So when I get an opening bracket, I'll pop this down. After that, when my loop is over, then I'll push these again to my my original one.
Okay, in the reverse order, S2 and then.
Yeah, S2 and then yeah, it's a reverse order. So it will be like 06.
And then repeat the same process.
Yeah, repeat the same process again. Now when I am getting again closing bracket, I get these numbers, which is I'll pop down these numbers to another stack and then making into multiply them with the number 2. I'll get O2 over here, and sorry, and 2, S4, and 612, and this would be removed. So now I have this stack. I'll create a map and make the count, whatever this, whichever is the same element, I'll merge them. Like now I have oxygen is 14, and then yeah, then simply I'll be having this kind of a.
Yep, that will work.
Yeah, this is 2 stacks. Okay, so anyone has any other approach? Any doubt? I think
I have posted the solutions for all 3 of them on the Slack. So if anyone wants to take a look.
okay, sure. Thank you. Okay, I'll solve this. I'll post mine as well. Thank you so much, Puneet. Anybody wants to discuss anything other than these questions? Any doubt? I'll stop the recording and I'll stop sharing as well.
Like one thing I want to say, like let's start posting the solutions, because sometimes not everyone is trying those questions, and or maybe getting stuck, not getting the ideas like how to approach.